Okay. Baron blah blah blah. On the, night of the initial dinner went magnificently. When the photographer arrived, Monsieur Grenouille left to visit the garden. Dame Cataline followed behind him moments later. Senor Potois, Monsieur Rubinio, and myself were engaged in conversation, so we paid her no mind. After the photographer had left, my housemaid left to go find Monsieur Grenouille and Dame Cataline. That would be when I heard her cry for help. Thank you, Baron. I think we all know the story from there.
I would like to cross-examine the witness.
Do you doubt my integrity, Marshal?
I'm just here to uncover the truth, Baron.
Very well, then. Hit me with your best shot. Let us establish with absolute certainty that I, Baron Bourgeois, am an honest man.
You're a liar.
You're a dirty freaking liar. I caught it the first time I saw him. Just saying.
Yeah, when you kicked us out, I was like,
The defense may proceed with the cross-examination. Okay.
Baron, Why did he visit? What was your relation to Monsieur Grenouille prior to his demise?
We were business partners. Monsieur Grenouille, Senor Potois de Moore, and myself all owned a third share in an up-and-coming railway company.
Excuse the crashness of this question, but that means that you and Senor Potois would now own half of the company each, correct?
Correct. I suppose that the slight glimmer of benefit that arose from this foul situation. But, Monsieur, you must understand that Monsieur Grenouille and I were friends as much as we were business associates. I mourn the man's passing.
Of course.
I'm sorry. Why did Grenouille go to the dog garden? Okay. I believe he wanted some fresh air. The steak did not sit well with him, I fear.
Oh, I see. Well, that is quite coincidental timing, isn't it?
How so?
Well, Monsieur Grenouille felt sick and left the room just after the photographer arrived, just before the murder occurred. One might draw a link between the food and the sickness.
Oh, hold on, Falcon. Surely you are suggesting that Monsieur Grenouille's food was poisoned in some way?
I don't think so. We don't have any evidence to support that. Wait, what's the red herring?
Red herring. You know the saying, right? There's like a red herring that's like the thing that you think is suspicious, but in reality, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no, but
No. There's nothing to indicate poisoning. I just found the timing somewhat puzzling.
There was nothing puzzling about it. Monsieur Grenouille always had a soft stomach. It's really no surprise that he couldn't keep down a good rare steak. No. How about the housemaid?
Okay. Baron, I have a couple questions about your maid, Colleen Duhart. She's does she smoke?
Well, that question came out of the left field. Definitely not. Mademoiselle Duhat detests the smell of tobacco.
I see.
Putting together a bigger picture, are we?
I think so. And the pieces are slowly falling into place.
I'm sorry, I object. That's not a question.
Alright, let me rephrase that. Baron, why did you not immediately report to the police when you discovered that your housemaid was stealing from you?
Is a man obligated to report every act of theft that they witnessed?
Well, not legally, I suppose.
I chose not to incriminate the poor girl because I felt it would be needlessly harsh. I know letting a criminal run loose is a foreign concept to many of you lawyer types, but I'm sure you understand the concept of mercy. No. The garden.
Man, we saw the murder scene. Your garden for ourselves.
Those are all the horses, man. It's kind of weird. Like,
Baron, when was the last time you ventured into your own garden?
As it happens, I have quite serious allergies. I haven't been in my own garden for years.
Aha! Years, you say?
Indeed.
That's not right. Baron, I do not wish to call you a liar, but that claim does not hold up to scrutiny.
Oh? And why is that?
Because we have hard evidence that you visited the garden recently.
Balderdash. My word is good. Show the court the so-called hard evidence that I've been in my garden. We sure will. A cigar.
Yep. This was found in your garden. To be specific, it was found inside the fountain basin. Right beside where the murder occurred.
A cigar butt? That could belong to, anybody. And, prosecutor, please shut your mouth. I can speak for myself. Oh, okay. Sorry, Baron. That is indeed the remnants of one of my cigars, but I must apologize, Monsieur Falcon, for I misunderstood your initial question. You see, prior to the banquet, I hadn't visited my own garden in years. But naturally, after hearing their housemaids cry for help on the evening of the murder, I rushed outside. I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw. That must have been when I dropped my half-smoked cigar in the fountain basin. You see, Falcon?
Aha!
That's a perfectly reasonable explanation.
I would find that believable if the cigar were casually discarded. But as it happened, the cigar butt was found in the fountain's upper basement, a location that could only be accessed with great inconvenience.
And a little paddling.
A cigar butt was not dropped, it was deliberately hidden.
There are any number of possible explanations.
Are there? Because I can only think of one. That is you, Baron, deliberately hid your cigar butt to disguise your own illicit activities.
Did I now? And, what illicit activities would those be?
You want me to spell it out? Fine. Let's put everything on the table. You, Baron, ordered murdered Monsieur Grenouille. That is what you were trying to keep hidden.
Directly accusing me of murder? How shamelessly brazen. That is a ludicrous accusation, Falcon. The Baron is an upstanding citizen of the highest order. Your allegation is baseless. You have no evidence, no, means, motive, or opportunity.
No evidence? Think harder, Monsieur Remington. Every piece of evidence points to Baron as a prime suspect. You want the means? The Baron certainly had the means. His lion's claws are as sharp as a surgeon's blade. Cutting a frog's belly would be trivial to him. Even Monsieur Rubino confessed just moments ago that he feared his clothes.
Ridiculous. I would never threaten a man with violence.
You want a motive? The Baron had at least 10,000 francs worth of motive. By removing a business partner, the Baron's share of his railway company increased from 1/3 to 1/2.
That is preposterous.
And finally, the Baron had an opportunity. No, he crafted the perfect opportunity. He arranged a small banquet with a very select number of guests. He was aware of the missing silverware, yet he served steak, a food item that necessitates good cutlery. Why? To blind the hands of his guests, of course. Then he hired an easily influenced photographer and staged a very specific picture in order to build a perfect alibi for himself. Photographing the guests in front of the handless clock to make for easy editing is quite an ingenious plan, it must be said.
Prosecutor, are you guys going to let this slanderous yarn go uncontested? Say something. Object. Oh, you're pitifully useless.
After executing the murder, the Baron himself, still holding a single piece of incriminating evidence, his finished cigar. He knew that leaving it at the crime scene would raise suspicion, but he didn't have time to properly dispose of it. So out of this desperation, he threw it into his fountain, out of sight of his guests and any snooping police. I imagine the Baron was hoping to implicate Seigneur Bertois de Mure, since that would ensure total control over his railway company. Alas, Dame Cataline was the first to happen upon the crime scene, so the Baron improvised.
This is an outrage. Judge, I demand that you disbar this ranting lunatic.
No, there is only one outrage here. That is, that a man like yourself is able to abuse his wealth and status to frame an innocent girl for murder. You are bourgeois of the worst. I don't know. You're the worst kind.
It's like a bougie person, you know what I mean? Bougie.
Alright.
How dare you, gossip! The other nerve for a lying scumbag of a lawyer to accuse a philanthropist like myself of something so heinous. I'm nothing like the fat cat bourgeois. I'm a respectable, hard-working capitalist.
No, you're a ruthless man who would slaughter a dear friend just to reap a few francs.
You incredulous whelp. I have to gut you right here and now, like a dang frog. Dot 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 dot. Could someone please restrain the Baron? Oh, I'm on it, Your Honor. Let's go, old man, to the concierge with you. Don't touch me, you filthy jackdaw. I can walk myself. Yay! This is quite a turn of events. Does the prosecution have anything to add? Well, in a manner of, speaking, well, to be honest, no. Then I shall confer with the members of the jury to come to a decision. I ask that the animals of the course please be patient in this time. Falcon, that was pretty incredible.
Thank you. I was hoping it was enough.
What do you mean? You just proved Cataline's innocence. We'll get a not guilty verdict for sure.
Sparrowson, I think you misunderstood something important about the justice system.
What's that?
I haven't proved anything. As lawyers, we cannot deal in proofs. It's just not possible. All we can do is organize the evidence and convincingly explain what it suggests. I haven't proved Dame Cataline's innocence. All I have done is demonstrate that it is significantly possible that she is not guilty.
Not sure that I understand the difference. We have reached a decision. In light of the recent revelations, it is clear that an error of judgment was made with the initial arrest. On that note, we unanimously find the defendant, Dame Cataline de Mure, to be not guilty.
Woo.
Yay!
Not guilty.
Monsieur Falcon, Petite Sparrowson, you did it!
Yes, I suppose we did, didn't we?
We should head back to the office so we can celebrate it properly.
That sounded a little suggestive.
You did it, Falcon!
I can't take all the credit. This was a group achievement.
I am so proud of you both.
I'll go get 1 bottle of wine and 3 of our least dirty glasses.
Our least dirty glass.
You are amazing, Monsieur Falcon.
Oh, it was nothing.
I very much like the way you pinned the murder on the Baron. That was an act of sheer genius.
Well, I wouldn't say pin anything. Sparrowson and I just worked on unveiling the truth, given the facts of the case.
Monsieur Falcon, there's no need to play coy. The case is over.
Play coy?
Don't tell me you're actually being sincere.
I'm completely lost.
Oh, wow. I thought the goody-goody thing was an act, but you actually don't know. Alright, I'll spell it out for you.
What's going on?
Did she actually murder?
I murdered...
What?
Oh no!
I saw him in the garden all drunk and vulnerable, and I seized my opportunity.
Oh my god! What?
It was nothing personal, just business, you understand.
Oh no!
What?
Business?
Oh no!
Wow, we put away the front. We just put away a douche. We didn't put away the real killer.
To increase my papa's share in the train company, of course. My papa always said that the drunk old frog was the weakest link.
Your confession doesn't make any sense at all. I found the Baron's cigar, but hidden in the garden.
Oh, I put that there.
Is this like for real?
Wow.
What?
Wow. I expected the police to find it, but I suppose I was putting too much faith in the brains of Paris' finest.
But Falcon proved that Monsieur Robinho's photograph was edited.
It was edited. I wasn't in the picture because I was busy paying a visit to Monsieur Grenouille in the garden. My papa knew I needed an alibi, so he ordered Monsieur Robinho to paint me over the Baron and to add hands to the clock.
I'm so shocked I can't even
I know!
But the lazy artist didn't finish the altering either, photographed by trial day. It's a good thing that Monsieur Falcon was so imaginative. Perhaps that could have gone very badly.
Wow. Wow, we helped a murderer escape.
Oh my god!
What's with the silence? You should both be proud. There are many lawyers in the whole of France who could have won a case like this, even for
What was the word?
Bourgeoisie?
Bourgeoisie.
Bourgeoisie? I
Did
don't
you
know.
like me?
I think you should leave.
Fine. So much for the celebrations. Here's the payment for your services, straight from my papa's pockets. Well, adieu, Monsieur Falcon. Adieu, Petite Sparrowson.
Oh my god. Falcon, what do we do now?
He's just like,
He's just shocked.
I can't even.
Falcon? He's like, nah, this ain't cool. Yes. Okay. Okay, so that was episode 1.
That was an interesting twist.
Of Avery Attorney. Definitely different from Phoenix Wright, because all of his people are actually innocent. And if they aren't, he puts them away.
I
I liked it though, do you?
Yeah.
Like it? I like it a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
so we're gonna keep playing this and finish it later on.
very interesting. First, I was like, "Yeah, this is gonna be one of those," and I was like, "Oh, oh my God."
So I saw someone in the gaming forum be like, I call this to be Game of the Year 2015 or 16 or something. I don't know. I was like, oh my god.
We'll see if this story gets better.
I'm sure it will. I hope that we have actual innocent people later, because that would suck.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and
So like if you liked the video, dislike if you dislike, blah blah.
Don't dislike. Come on, guys. Come on.
Don't forget to subscribe if you want to hear more from us. Watch more of our
and
videos.
if there's any games you want us to play, just comment, let us know, and we'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.
Bye.